Hello, co-creators. It's Christine. Today I want to talk about getting help from angels. Um, this was something that was very new to me in the sense that I grew up learning about angels, learning about what they are, what they do. There's many of them, but I had no idea that the reason why their names are used in religious settings is that we can actually call upon these angels for help. And last fall, I went to an I Can Do a conference in Tampa and met and saw Doreen giving a lecture. It was one of the most amazing lectures because before our eyes, she was calling upon different people in the audience and talking to their angels and giving them direct feedback and guidance from their angels or from Archangel Michael. This experience completely changed the way that I thought about angels. I didn't know that there were certain people that were gifted enough to be able to talk to them and listen to their messages. The more and more I learn about this, I realize that we all have that ability if we can get to a high vibration, a point where we seek to have that sort of communication. I'm by no means there yet, but the more people I learn about, psychics, people who are authentically doing the work to help us, the more I learn that they are able to communicate with angels. And I know this sounds weird to some of you who are new to this topic, but just to illustrate how we who can't actually hear the angels talk, how we can communicate to the angels, there are some tools out there that I've discovered while I was at the conference. Hay House they had a whole array of books and cards that you could choose from. And the ones that I was drawn to, these are just samples, but they come in these little boxes. Messages from Your Angels by Doreen, little Archangel Oracle cards. So what these do is you ask questions and whatever's on your mind, and they provide you guidance through these cards. And at first I thought that these were just for fun. I was curious. Curious to see if they would work. Then one day, I don't remember what the exact question was, but I asked a question and I shuffled the cards, and sometimes when you shuffle cards will jump out, and it's one of the additional messages that you might need to hear at that moment. I had a card come out and I was like, that's interesting because it's very, very relevant to what I was asking about. Just in case it was a coincidence, I asked for the card to come out again. And it did. It jumped out again as I was shuffling. So that was made me think. Then I asked for verification for a third time that if this is indeed the message that I need to hear, for it to pop out again a third time. And surprisingly, it did. Ever since then, I'm a believer. I'm no longer a skeptic. I mean, I'm opening my mind to the possibilities that anything is possible. And who am I to say that they're not here to help us whenever we call upon them? Doreen talked a lot about how angels want to help us, would love to help us, but they cannot intervene in our life due to our free will unless we allow them to do so. And we allow them to do so by asking for help. So unless we specifically ask for help, they actually cannot intervene and help us. So a lot of times when we're struggling, when we're going through life feeling like we're alone, we have to make it on our own, perhaps we can just call upon them. We don't even have to call upon them by name. We can just think of the word help. call out for help mentally. It doesn't even have to be out loud. Just think, help. And whoever, you can ask for help directly from a specific angel by calling specifically on their name. If you know what they are, what their specialties are, they have different specialties. So, for example, Archangel Michael is for protection. Archangel Raphael is for healing. And there's many, many, many others. And I'm getting to learn them through these cards, which are great because anytime I worry or have fear, and I don't really have a specific person in my life to turn to for guidance and help and to lean on for support, I go to these cards and ask them questions. And usually just the fact that I'm asking questions will help calm me down. And I'll get some good insights and I'll say, okay. And other times I'm just very unclear about which direction I should take, so during those times I also ask for guidance. So yesterday night, I wanted to share with you a card that came to me. I was shuffling these cards and I asked specifically for the guidance about how I can, about my career, prosperity, financial abundance, those topics, because right now, since I am pursuing my passion, I'm not necessarily, I've foregone making a lot of money that I was used to making, and so now I'm coming to a point where I need to pay my bills. I have just enough right this month, but coming dangerously close to not being able to pay next month's rent, next month's, because our properties still need to sell, the mortgages on those properties, bills, there's a lot of things, tuition that's coming up. There's a lot of things that I am trying to be relaxed about and having faith that the solution will reveal itself, but there's still some question in my mind, and I know I need to have unwavering faith that it's coming to me, that the ideas, whatever resources I need to act upon, they're on their way, and when they come, I'll know to act upon them. I know this, but I needed verification, so I asked for guidance, and then this is the one that popped out first, or yeah, I think this one popped out first. It's Serena. It says, I am the angel of abundance. You will receive the money that you need, and God is in charge of how that will happen. Have faith. How appropriate, huh? That's specifically the question I asked about. And there's a little booklet that comes with it that gives you a little bit more insight. And I usually ask Archangel Michael to help me understand these cards with more clarity, and to understand what I can do or how to interpret this message. And so this is what this additional message says. God is the source of all of your good. Release all your cares and worries to me, and I will bring them directly to God. The more that you surrender this situation to heaven, the more open you will become. Your openness, like outstretched arms, welcomes the gift that we bring you. When you worry, however, it closes you down. It then becomes more difficult for us to deliver your gifts. You don't notice your gifts, or you push them away. God's infinite creativity means that your financial support will come in unexpected ways. One of the reasons why you worry is because you don't know how your money will be delivered. You can release these worries by completely relying on God's wisdom and care. Notice your repetitive thoughts, feelings, and ideas. They are our way of communicating divine guidance to you. As you follow these divine directives, your supply comes to you on the wings of angels without delay or reservation. The more that you can relax and trust, the faster we can bring these gifts your way. And so I've asked for help for my properties, my tuition, my bills, my rent, and my business. So I'll keep you posted on what manifests, but for now I am letting go, I am surrendering, and I am having faith that it is on its way when I need it at the right moment. Okay, hope this helps you. Talk to you soon. Bye.